WASA. Schools, are you ready? WASA. We in the know. WASA. We this to WASA.
WASA's 5th National Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond.
This year we talking history.
The history of WASA, the water and wastewater sector, and future plans.
WASA. So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O. WASA.
WASA, water security for every sector. Deliver it, sustain it.
We're down to the final four. Who will make it to the grand finale? This is WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Live on CTV and broadcast from WASA's Public Education Center, St. Joseph. I'm your host, Vernon Ramasar. 16 of Trinbago's finest schools made it to the preliminary rounds of this year's competition, all with the aim of claiming the ultimate prize of $100,000 in cash. With us today are two schools that overcame their opponents and are on the brink of entering WASA's In the Know with H2O Hall of Fame. But before we meet today's challengers, here are the rules.
The buzzer should only be tapped after the moderator finishes reading the question. If the buzzer is tapped prior to the moderator completing the question will automatically be passed to the opposing team. There are 5 rounds of competition. During rounds 1 to 4, students are restricted from communicating with each other. Participant 1 on either team will answer question 1 alone. Participant 2 on either team will answer question 2, etc. If any student is found answering another's question, the student will be disqualified. 100 points will be awarded for all correct answers. 0 points will be awarded for incorrect answers and for partially correct answers. The judges will decide to award 50 or 75 points or ask for clarification towards awarding the total of 100. Teams can earn a maximum of 2,000 points, that is 20 questions by 100 points. If a team is asked a question and does not answer it correctly, the question will be handed over to the other team to answer. If the second team answers correctly, they are awarded 50 points, that is half of the points. The judges can also award 25 points for a partially correct answer. During round 5, students can collaborate as this round offers team questions and hence the answer can be discussed. Questions will be posted to the teams individually. After the host reads the question, a total of 15 seconds will be given to participants to collaborate and begin their response. If a team fails to begin their response within the allotted 15 seconds, 0 points will be awarded for the question. The judge's decision is final.
Well, those were the rules, and now your judges. Joining us today is Head Judge David Benny, Head Research and Development. Sheena Briggs Edwards, Safety Officer. And Kemba Cox, Corporate Communications Officer. As usual, they're all employees of WASA. Well, the winner of this year's quiz will walk away with $100,000 cash for their school and a uniquely designed championship trophy. These prizes, along with the esteem of joining the ranks of champions and becoming the winner of WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Here with us today are two teams in prime position to be this season's champion. They are St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, and Presentation College, Chaguanas. Danielle Downs of St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, who's on your team?
My teammates are Shalini Ramjet, Dana Baliram, and Shara Suku.
Thank you very much. And now, Ranjiva Bridgel of Presentation College, Chaguanas, please introduce your teammate.
To my left is Ajay Mohammed, to his left is Javon Thomas, and to his left is Nicholas Leonard.
Thank you, Ranjiva. We take a short break right now, but when we return, the action begins. Keep it locked to CTV or stream with us on ctntworld.com. WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. We'll be back after this.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O. WASA.
When they run the pipeline and they put on the water in the tap, everybody feels so good that you know water after so many years.
I talked to all my neighbors and they were so happy to know that we getting water.
No, I don't have no problem like you. I'm glad that I have running water for me and for my daughter. WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources on earth. Without water, the little things you do will be almost impossible to accomplish, and your life will never be the same. Don't waste water. Fix your leaking tank and leaking taps. Use a bucket or a watering can instead of a hose. Don't leave your tap running. Only wash large loads of clothes. And remember to only use what you need to get the job done. Water we need. Don't waste it. A message from the Water and the Sewerage Authority.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
Welcome back to WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz in the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, coming to you live from WASA's Public Education Center in St. Joseph and transmitting on the #1 station for local programming, CTV. Teams, before we get the ball rolling, let's get reacquainted with the categories. History of the water sector. History of the wastewater sector. Social, economic, and leadership impacts. Future plans beyond 24/7 and 2015. And corporatization. Semi-final round one, history of the water sector begins now. So team captains, Danielle from St. Joseph Convent and Ranjiva of Presentation College, here's your first question. Multiple choice, please wait till I've read all the options. Which of the following was not a part of the construction works undertaken in the development of Tobago's Richmond Waterworks in 1967? A, distribution system including a service reservoir at Zion Hill. B, sedimentation and filtration tanks. C, iron removal treatment plant and high lift pumping station. Or D, new wells near to the banks of the Great Dog River. St. Joseph Convent.
B, sedimentation and filtration tanks.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Shalini of St. Joseph Convent and AJ. Here's your question. In what year did WASA raise $1.5 billion in the local market to fund major developmental works? Presentation College.
1996.
Absolutely correct. Well done. Now, Jovan and Dana. As part of WASA's North Rehabilitation Program in 2002, it embarked on a major pipeline replacement and upgrade project involving 11.6 kilometers of transmission and distribution mains. In which area did this project take place? Presentation College.
Diego Martin.
Diego Martin is correct. Well done. Now, Shara and Nicholas. Describe what is hot tapping. Presentation College.
Hot tapping is the process in which new branches of pipeline are added to the main branch without disturbing the water flow of the main branch.
Judges?
We'll accept that.
Well done. The process which allows for new branch connections to be made to an original pipeline without interrupting the flow of water. Well, that, my friends, brings us to the end of the first round, so without further delay, let's dive into round two, the history of the wastewater sector. Once again, Danielle and Ranjiva. Which wastewater treatment plant serves customers in the Mount Hope area? St. Joseph Convent.
Mount Hope wastewater treatment plant.
That is incorrect. Pass it over to Presentation College.
The Beetham wastewater treatment plant.
That is correct. Well done. Now, Shalini and AJ. This is multiple choice. Wait till I've read all the options at the end. When did WASA's wastewater adoption project begin? A, January 2004, B, December 2003, C, September 2004, or D, June 2004? St. Joseph Convent.
A, January 2004.
That is incorrect. You pass it to Presentation College.
B, December 2003.
That is also incorrect. The answer is C, September 2004. So we call forward Dana and Jovan now. Multiple choice. Please wait till I've read all the options. Which of the following private wastewater treatment plants, WWTP, was not constructed in 1982? A, Trintoc La Fortune WWTP, B, Strikers Village WWTP, C. Malabar WWTP, or D. Rail Springs WWTP? Presentation College.
C. Malabar WWTP.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Shara and Nicholas. Multiple choice, wait till I've read all the options. The planned integrated wastewater initiatives in Tobago date back to what decade? A, you've rung in too early, so you'll be disqualified. The question will go to Presentation College. A, the 1980s, B, 1960s, C, 1970s, or D, 1990s?
C, 1970s.
That is incorrect. The answer is D, the 1990s. Good try, though. Thank you both. Well, the teams have tested their knowledge in the first 2 rounds, but there's still 3 more to go. We take a short break and come back with the scores. This is WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
Right now, we getting water all on the mountain top. You understand? Real water. Water you can make a big man cry then. You understand?
We are getting water on time. Water galore till it bursts in pipe. Thank you, WASA.
Thank you to WASA for the water that they ran on the hill.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world by filling up the sink when we wash our dishes, taking shorter showers, and by fixing leaking water tanks. We can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. Remember, we need water because without water, your life will never be the same. Water, use only what you need. A message from WASA.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know with H2O. WASA.
Welcome back. You're viewing CTV for WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond, coming to you live from WASA's Public Education Center in St. Joseph, the region's #1 source for all things water. Feel free to pay them a visit, but if you can't, you can also log on to www.wasa.gov.tt. Judges, the scores. St. Joseph, Commerce St. Joseph, 100 points. Presentation College Chaguanas, 450 points. Well, in round 3, we'll focus on social, economic, and leadership impacts. Let's begin with team captains Danielle Downs and Ranjiva Bridgelal. Here's your question, multiple choice. Wait till I've read all the options. Following WASA's introduction of the NCR1 9300 computer system in 1985, which of the following areas of data processing was not improved? A, salaries, B, creditor listings, C, consumer listings, or D, employee listings? St. Joseph Convent.
D, employee listing.
That is correct. Well done. Now Shalini and AJ. What did the Waterworks Bill, which led to the water riots of 1903, propose to do? St. Joseph Convent.
Introduce water rates for the first time.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Dana and Jovan. Multiple choice again. Wait till I've read all the options. Which of the following human resources software was introduced in WASA in 1997? A, HRIS, Human Resources Information Systems, B, HRMS, Human Resource Management Systems, C, HR Plus, Human Resources Plus, or D, HCM, Human Capital Management? St. Joseph Convent.
C, HR Plus.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And now Shara and Nicholas. Again, multiple choice. Wait till I read all the options at the end. Who served as WASA's executive director in 1970? A, Mr. George Davis, B, Mr. Horace O. Roberts, C, Mr. Wilfred D. Best, or D, Mr. Errol Mahabir? Presentation College.
A, Mr. George Davis.
Absolutely correct. Well done. Now remember, both teams are competing for a spot in the finals, which take them one step closer to the ultimate goal. We've just passed the halfway point. Now let's look at WASA's future plans beyond 24/7 in 2015. Once again, the team captains, Danielle and Ranjiva. You have to look at the screen for this one. The following picture was taken during pipeline installation works associated with which WASA project? St. Joseph Convent.
The construction of the Hollis trunk main.
That is incorrect. We offer the question to the Presentation College.
Installation of the Navet trunk main. The re-installation of the Navet trunk main, sorry.
Navet trunk main project is correct. Well done. Now, Shalini and AJ. How much has WASA spent thus far in its 24/7 water infrastructure development and upgrades? Presentation College.
Over 1 billion.
Precisely, over 1 billion. Well done. And now Dana and Jovan. Multiple choice, wait till I've read all the options. How many persons benefited from a 24/7 supply following completion of the Chase Village Pipeline Project? A, 4,000, B, 1,200, C, 5,000, or D, 1,600? St. Joseph Convent.
B, 1,200.
That is incorrect. Presentation College. Jovan.
C, 5,000.
5,000 is correct. Well done. And now Shara and Nicholas. This is a fill-in-the-blank question. The Covine Road Water Improvement Project involved the installation of 2.9 kilometers of new mains in a state-of-the-art blank. St. Joseph Convent.
Booster station.
Presentation got in first?
Yeah.
So we'll offer the Presentation College.
State-of-the-art booster station.
We'll have to go to the next question.
Go to the next question. Well, we'll take a break and organize that question. We'll be right back with more of our quiz.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
I could wash, I could clean, I could do house chores and life better.
Rich Plain can feel proud of its name now with a better supply of water from WASA. Thank you, WASA.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world. By turning off the water while we brush our teeth and by using a watering can to water our plants, using a bucket to wash our cars, we can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. A message from the Water and Sewage Authority.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. WASA. If you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
When they run the pipeline and they put on the water in the tap, everybody feels so good that water after so many years.
I talked to all my neighbors and they were so happy to know that we getting water.
No, I don't have no problem like you.
I'm glad that I have running water for me and for my daughter.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources on earth. Without water, the little things you do will be almost impossible to accomplish, and your life will never be the same. Don't waste water. Fix your leaking tank. Add leaking taps. Use a bucket or a watering can instead of a hose. Don't leave your tap running. Only wash large loads of clothes. And remember to only use what you need to get the job done. Water we need. Don't waste it. A message from the Water and Sewerage Authority.
Right now, we getting water all on the mountain top. You understand? Real water. Water can make a big man cry then. You understand?
We are getting water on time. Water galore till it bursts in pipe. Thank you, WASA.
Thank you to WASA for the water that they ran on the hill.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world by filling up the sink when we wash our dishes, taking shorter showers, and by fixing leaking water tanks. We can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. Remember, we need water because without water, your life will never be the same. Water, use only what you need. A message from WASA.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
And welcome back. As you know, there was a problem and a question about the last question, if you will. So I'll cross to the judges now to explain what transpired and what the decision is.
At the last session, Presentation College hit the buzzer, but it did not register. So St. Joseph Convent did. She answered the question properly, right? And so she should be awarded.
Okay, well done. Thank you both very much. With only one round to go, who will be the first school to make it to the finals of the competition? Stay tuned to CTV, WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition. In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. We'll be back in a flash.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
I hear my son waking me about 10 and tell me, Ma, get up, look at our water, look, we get water in the pipe.
We managed to get a nice water supply. I wouldn't lie, that is the best thing I ever see happen in this beach area and community.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources in the world by filling up the sink when we wash our dishes, taking shorter showers, and by fixing leaking water tanks. We can save millions of gallons of water every day and still get the job done. Remember, we need water because without water, your life will never be the same. Water, use only what you need. A message from WASA.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the know it is to WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the know it is to WASA.
We're just one round shy of discovering our first finalists. This is the semi-final round of WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition. In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Thanks for sticking with us here on the #1 station for local programming, CTV. Now, before we go any further, here are the tallies thus far. St. Joseph Convent St. Joseph, 500 points. Presentation College Chaguanas, 750 points. In round 5, students are free to collaborate with their respective teammates to come up with the answers to questions based on corporatization. St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, you won the toss earlier and have elected to go first. So the first question goes to you. Good luck. Here it is. It's a multiple choice question. Which of the following did the Metropolitan Water and Sewage Services of Manila, Philippines discover during its metrics analysis? A, they supplied water to more than 3/5 of its population for an average of 10 hours per day. B, general efficiency levels were poor as measured by the number of employees per 1,000 connections. C, non-revenue water, NRW, was at 10% of water production. Or D, there were several plans to provide potable pipe-borne water to the population.
B. General efficiency levels were poor as measured by the number of employees per 1,000 connections.
Absolutely correct. Well done. Next question in the teen round goes to Presentation College Chaguanas. Multiple choice again. What percentage of households in metropolitan Manila were connected to a sewage service in the mid-1990s? A, 10%, B, 63%, C, 8%, or D, 50%?
C, 8%.
8% is correct. Well done. We go back to St. Joseph Convent now. Fill in the blank. A corporate governance action plan was subsequently developed through a blank process of workshops.
Consultative process of workshops.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And the final question in the round goes to Presentation College Iguanas. Under the Japanese corporatization model, what year was the local public enterprise law enacted?
1952.
Absolutely correct. Well done. And that concludes the questions and answers for semi-final number 1. In a few minutes, we'll reveal the scores and find out who moves on to the finals. More to come on WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O. WASA.
When they run the pipeline and they put on the water in the tap, everybody feels so good that water after so many years.
I talked to all my neighbors and they were so happy to know that we getting water.
No, I don't have no problem again. I'm glad that I have running water for me and for my daughter.
WASA, celebrating 50 years of service.
When you waste water, you waste one of the most precious resources on earth. Without water, the little things you do will be almost impossible to accomplish, and your life will never be the same. Don't waste water. Fix your leaking tank. Add leaking taps. Use a bucket or a watering can instead of a hose. Don't leave your tap running. Only wash large loads of clothes. And remember to only use what you need to get the job done. Water we need. Don't waste it. A message from the Water and the Sewerage Authority.
So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O. WASA.
Thanks for staying with us here on CTV for WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. We're moments away from revealing our first finalist. Remember, whichever you make it through, please note that you both made your respective schools very proud. Let's find out who moves forward to the final round and whose journey ends today. Judges, the final scores. St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, 700. Presentation College Chaguanas, 950. Congratulations to Presentation College Chaguanas, and well done, St. Joseph Convent. Good luck to the remaining schools. I'm Vernon Ramesar. Join us again tomorrow at 5 p.m. on CTV or streaming live on ctntworld.com for semi-final round 2, where we'll see Vishnu Boys Hindu College square off against San Juan South Secondary on WASA's 5th National Secondary Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O, 50 years and beyond. Bye for now, and thanks for viewing.
WASA, schools, are you ready? WASA, we in the know. WASA, with H2O. WASA.
WASA's 5th National Schools Quiz Competition, In the Know with H2O. WASA 50 years and beyond.
This year we talking history.
The history of WASA, the water and wastewater sector, and future plans.
WASA. So if you're ready, show us what you know. In the Know with H2O. WASA, 50 years and beyond. Hey, in the Know with H2O. WASA.
WASA WASA, water security for every sector. Deliver it, sustain it.